Good morning, guys. Not a friendly morning, but morning. I know it's early. It's unscheduled. It is what it is. Looks like zero in the audience right now, but I do see people. I see Chuck in there, KD9VNC. Am I going out on YouTube? Thumbs up if I'm going out over YouTube right now, because I'm trying to do this YouTube and our Discord server all at the same time right now. So thumbs up.
I do not see you live on YouTube. It's like the show hasn't started yet. That's why I think that might be it. It is on a Friday morning, but
okay, I'm getting a couple of things. I'm here from Scout. Good morning, all. I'm not seeing it. All right, I might have to jump out of the room here for a few. Or, yeah, let me do that real quick. But on YouTube here, morning, I'm going to jump out. And okay. All right. I should be. All right. We're going to have to adjust a little bit. Morning, guys. Like I said, not a happy morning. But hey, thankful that Donald J. Trump is still alive and still with us, and seems to be probably healthy, other than he's got a great battle scar that he'll wear with him through the rest of the election season here, and hopefully into his next presidency. Good. Looks like I'm looking at 39 people so far. We're going to just kind of hang out here for just a couple of minutes. This isn't going to be a real super long live stream, I think. A couple of things, like probably most of you. Last night spent most of the night just kind of perusing the news, perusing X. I think I trust what's going on there more than anything else, any other news outlet, including like Fox. I don't trust Fox. And I'll tell you what. Let me jump in here, and first of all, crap. Current application. Okay, so there's the Discord server. I jumped out of the Discord server right now just so I can get on here. What did I want to do? I wanted to go over here to X, because there's a lot of stuff going on over here. This is good. Man, so much to talk about. Let's see, bookmarks. I had a couple of things that I bookmarked them as we saw them. This is why I don't trust the media at all. So this is, I believe, CNN. Trump taken away after loud noises at the rally. Really? I didn't even see it live, but I could see it. I could tell that wasn't just loud noises. And, you know, he drops immediately, comes up bloody. Loud noises don't make you bloody. NBC News. Trump expected to survive, 2 law enforcement officials say. So, you know, I mean, at least they got, oh yeah, former president could be seen clutching his ear after popping noises were heard. So I think they call those gunshots. And I'm not going to be politically correct here. I don't care. If YouTube wants to take this down, take it down. That's all I could say. I don't care. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is such a great one here. Let me pull this up here. The New York Times. Trump hurt but safe after a shooting. Well, hey, that's, you know what? That was a lot more accurate than we got from CNN and the Washington Post or Washington whatever it was. Trump escorted away. Here's CNN and the Washington Post. Yeah. Here we go. The Washington Post. Trump escorted away after loud noises at the Pennsylvania rally. And that was like 50 minutes after the thing happened. 50 minutes after, we had all kinds of video and stuff heading in. Secret Service rushes Trump off stage after he falls. CNN. You gotta be freaking kidding me. This is the biggest crock of bullshit that I have ever seen. And then, then we get to this gal. This is the director of the Secret Service, head gal at Secret Service. And what is she working on? DEI. She wants to hire more DEI people. And she can't even manage the folks that she has. And 3 times in the last 3-4 weeks, the detail was denied extra personnel. They said, "Hey, we can't do it with the personnel we have. We need the full meal deal." And she said, "No, he's got the same thing that Obama has and Bill Clinton has." Well, you know, those guys are sitting in their basements right now. They're not out campaigning for president. And then you've got here's another elected official somewhere, and I don't know where this one comes from. Maybe some of the internet sleuths here will figure out who this gal is. She's all, "I don't condone violence, but get you some shooting lessons so you don't mess up next time. Oops, that wasn't me talking." Yeah, I hope this one is unemployed on Monday. I sincerely hope so. Let's run back to here. Run back to me. Up here. So anyway, I really wanted to get on here, and I think what we're gonna do, I'm gonna put up. This is a brand new Discord invite here. If anybody wants to jump into Discord, we're going to be in the prep community this morning. It isn't going to be just like an after show thing, and I'm not really doing anything on the radio this morning. I just want to get on here. This is a real SITREP, probably the most important SITREP that we have done here on the channel, or it's the most important SITREP most of us have been a part of in our lives. You know, there's a lot of us who were alive when Reagan got shot, but we were kids and we weren't paying attention. Now we're adults and we are paying attention. Yeah, Jeff says that CNN newscaster Jamie Gangle explained that President Trump shouted "fight" after being shot. So now "fight" is now a bad word. Yeah, and blames him for supposedly maybe inciting something. They'll probably try to charge him with inciting an assassination attempt by being defiant and not rolling over. Is the invite in the Discord page, David Guthrie? The invite is not. And I am getting. Check the video out. Okay. So I'm still getting texts. Jeff KD8IOK, he texted me yesterday. He was the first of many, who texted me and said, "Holy crap, the president got shot." He thought, he didn't know. He said there was a shooting, actually. Because at that point, that was like within minutes of the thing playing out live on live TV. Currently 37 people on board here, 25 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. Thank you for that. The Discord server is, let's see. Yeah, I'm not. Jeff is over there in the Discord server, and I'm not over there right now yet because it wasn't working with me being here and there at the same time. So anyway, I'm going to go over there in a few minutes. I'm inviting everybody to kind of go over there. What I really want to talk about this morning is what I see coming. I was, like most of us, I was kind of watching, listening to things on X last night, watching the news, watching whatever I could find that wasn't the same talking heads saying the same damn thing. From Fire Guy 1322, Jacqueline is the Mississippi Congressman's field director. Wow, isn't that interesting? So maybe Jacqueline just needs to. Can't post links on here because I am not the admin here. So I apologize. Can't give you a cut and paste. Oh, you know what I can? I can probably do this. Maybe. Let me. Yep, there we go. Boom. Just did it. There you go. Discord server in the chat here. So you could click on that and go to the chat. Two big things. Number one, the left is absolutely 100% desperate. They failed. They failed in their attempt. It's been said, I don't know how many times on how many shows by how many pundits that, after they tried impeaching him twice. They tried spreading lies and rumors about him multiple times. Russian disinformation, all that shit. They put him on trial. They tried to discredit him. They're trying to jail him. Nothing works. Nothing works. I am a firm believer that the Lord has his hand in this and is maybe giving us one more chance. I don't know. Maybe more than one more chance. But I know God had his hand in what happened yesterday. It was... But anyway, what we need to, as a SITREP, what we need to pay attention to is what is going to happen in the next few days, few weeks, what we need to be watching. And honestly, I should be in the motorhome right now on my way. We were gonna leave this morning, and minutes before Jeff called me yesterday to let me know what had happened in Pennsylvania. We had a little haywire with our reservations in Washington, and my wife said, well, let's push Washington back a week, and then we can give us a little breathing room and give us some time to go check out the north end of our state and enjoy life up in Coeur d'Alene for a week or a little bit more, and then head over to Washington. And then Jeff calls and says this, and it kind of it might change everything. We'll see in the next few days. But what the left is trying to do is they're trying to start the Civil War. They absolutely have been trying to get us to start shooting back. And right now, if that happens, if we start shooting back, they're going to put the clamps on so hard that we've never even imagined. They will declare martial law. They will say, turn in all your guns, turn everything in. They will suspend elections. They will suspend our civil rights. They'll suspend the First Amendment. They will pull out all the stops to stop Donald Trump from becoming the next president of the United States. I have absolutely no doubt. And I also, I was listening to Alex Jones last night on X. And at first Alex came out and he says, look, they failed this attempt. They're not giving up. They're not going to stop. They have to carry it out. And they'll poison him next. Because honestly, they're not getting this opportunity again. They will never get him in a position where a shooter can take a shot at him. So they'll have to figure out something else. They might poison him. And then a little bit later on, I was listening, and it made more sense that what if the left or the deep state, what if they did an assassination attempt or assassinate Joe Biden, and then put a guy in a MAGA hat and do that to the president? And I do not wish this at all. I hope old Joe, lives as long as an old man lives, and I hope he loses and goes home. But what if they did that? What if they put a guy in a MAGA hat? You assassinate the president. You blame it on MAGA. You You've started the war. They've started the war that they couldn't get us to participate in. You call for mass confiscation of guns. You institute martial law. You do all the things that you wanted to do, that you wanted us to start. My friends, this is, to me, totally credible. You know, you've got the left is they're split in their minds about, well, we don't want Joe Biden to give up, but we don't want him to run. They know that they can't win with Joe Biden at the helm. They just can't do that. I don't know, man. I'm talking out of my ass right now. I don't know anything, but I know what we need to be looking out for. And one thumbs down. You know what? Thanks for the engagement. If you don't like the channel, if you don't like what you hear here, why do you come on? I guess the left likes to come on and stir shit up. And that's cool. Do what you got to do. But I'll tell you what, people, 54 people watching this right now, and I'm not even on the radio. If somebody wants to jump on the radio and call, it's on and it's open, and I'll take calls over there on the radio. But I'm not running this as our regularly scheduled net. I want, all I wanted to see was a fair fight in the political arena. Nobody wanted this. But the left, now, again, the left was jumping up and down screaming last night that, holy shit, he missed. Why, how could he miss? This would have been a glorious day. That's what they were saying. They were literally saying that on X and TikTok and everything last night. And then I'm hoping all these people that were jumping up and down saying that on the left, I hope they are all unemployed by today. I hope we make them famous and unemployed and unemployable. Let them figure it out at that point. But I want people to understand that the left is not going to quit right now. They're not going to say, oh, well, hey, we missed. Here's another thing that is so incredible. Almost everybody that I read, that I talked to, that I interacted with yesterday afternoon and into the evening was saying it's the deep state. It's an inside job. There's so many things on so many levels that, and I almost refuse to believe that the Secret Service detail that is assigned to Trump would allow somebody within that inner perimeter. And when I say inner perimeter, they were talking 150 yards. And guys, 150 yards is nothing. 450 feet. I take those shots to a rock chuck with a pellet gun at 100 to 150 yards. And those are moving targets too. That is nothing. But it's amazing that everybody, the left and the right, is, the left is saying that, oh, Trump set this up. This was a setup. And it was fake. It was a cheap fake. The right is saying, wow, it just doesn't add up. Why would the Secret Service leave such a gaping hole in their perimeter? I have been working as a cop when Bill Clinton came to Roseville, California. I mean, 20, 30 years ago, during some floods, and he just came to check out some devastation and flooding. And they had me stationed on an overpass a mile and a half away. I mean, everything was absolutely covered. And it wasn't a political anything. It was the president coming to see flooding. And so it's hard for me to believe that they would let a guy in 150 yards away or allow a building to go uncovered. And then you've got people that were screaming to the cops, he's got a gun, he's got a gun, he's got a gun. I don't know. It's strange times, my friends, and I would not be surprised if within the next couple of weeks we see an attempt on Joe. We see something of a false flag, a black swan. I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting. But the thing that we need to do is, as a SITREP, is keep that in the back of our minds, that this can blow up at any time. Does it change the way I live my life? For the moment, no. Other than the fact that it's now in my mind. It's, it'll be in the back of my mind, and I will take that with me on my little travels here coming up. And if things start popping off, if I start hearing things about rioting somewhere or something else happening, I will, quicker than I probably would have, turn around and start heading for home. I think once I get back into Idaho, I will breathe a lot easier. Anyway, 57 people here. I would love to see all 57 of you come on over to Discord right now. We'll end this. I just wanted to get on and talk about what I see as a real potential next move by the lunatic left. I don't know. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Am I just freaking paranoid, crazy, nothing? I don't know. I don't think so. 5 years ago, if you would have said this kind of stuff, if I would have said, yeah, that's complete bullshit. It can't be on the realm of possibility. But Now I see everything, almost everything is on the table as a possibility, and not just a pie in the sky possibility, a probability. I think there's a good probability that the left will eliminate what they see as as the only stumbling block to them retaining power. That's all that they care about, is retaining power. They don't care about the American people. You know, another thing that I noticed last night, President Trump, after being shot in the ear, shot in the head, guys, shot in the head. I would have been scared shitless. I would have been, pretty paralyzed in fear. This man, from his hospital bed, writes on Truth Social, he wanted to thank the Secret Service. And he said, but first and foremost, his condolences to the families of the person who was killed and the person who was injured. Joe Biden got on TV, the national address, and said he's thankful that Trump wasn't injured or wasn't seriously injured, and that he's going to be okay. Never once said anything about the people who were killed. Not once. That's the difference. They don't care about us. They don't care about the little people. They care about their friends. I'm sure Joe Biden cares about the billionaires who are coincidentally were leaving Sun Valley yesterday, or some of them today. This last week was the billionaires conference, and the airports around here are full of private jets. It's kind of crazy to see, guys. You see tons and tons of private jets. I mean, there's probably 40 of them parked on the tarmac a couple of miles away. Those are the people that Joe Biden cares about, his friends. And I also find it very interesting that, what was it, yesterday or the day before yesterday, that Facebook, Zuckerberg, says, "Oh, we're taking all the locks off of Trump. He can now get on Facebook, and he can get on Instagram and do his thing." And I'm wondering, did Zucker have a little inside baseball that maybe, hey, they could take the locks off of Trump today, because tomorrow he won't be a threat. And they all probably thought, well, he won't be here to be the threat to us tomorrow. So now they've taken the locks off of him. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Man, there's just so much to go through, and I want to go through it with you guys. And let me go through a couple of these. Holy crap, there's so much in here. KI5 IRE. To be fair, hang on. There it is. Most of the journalists covering this have probably never fired a gun or know what gunshots actually sound like. That's true. But 50 minutes after the fact, I could see if journalists initially thought firecrackers, thought, who knows what it is, maybe for the first 5 or 10 minutes afterwards, maybe. You've got 2 minutes of Trump standing there on national television covered in blood on one side of his face. I tell you what, I've never seen anybody fall down and get picked up and have that much going on right there, and having clear as day, having a Secret Service agent say, shooters down, we're okay. That stood out in my mind. First moment I heard that, that tells you that no, it wasn't firecrackers. Nobody fell down. Nobody was escorted off the stage because of pops. And you know that everybody in the press heard that, but the liberal media reports what they report. And you know what? Who cares? That is the smallest part of this. The biggest parts of this are the fact that Trump has been repeatedly denied a bigger footprint from the Secret Service. So they've been relying a lot more on local services, local agencies who are not trained in executive and presidential protection. So there's something right there. And the lack of security from the tops of those buildings, and the lack of having somebody on the ground listening. I guess people said that they shouted at the cops and they say, he's got a gun, pointing up. And there was cops that just kind of didn't react. And there's a thing called perception reaction time. And really, if you're really, really good with a gun, a second and a half is a good perception reaction time. Takes the human brain a few minutes to come to the realization that something is going on. I need to pay attention. Even though they are at a heightened sense of awareness. Remember, I did this job in law enforcement, and you walk around with a heightened sense of awareness, and you're ready for stuff. We used to call it conditions, and condition white is you're just kind of oblivious. You're just going through life and you're oblivious to everything. Those are victims waiting to happen. Then there's condition yellow, which is a heightened sense of awareness. You're relaxed, but you're looking for things, and you're kind of in the back of your mind thinking, I might have to react to something. Then there's condition red. This is your battle condition. When you perceive that threat, you go from yellow or white into red, where now it's fight or flight. It's all the things that we have to do when we go into battle. And then there's condition black, which is you are overloaded. Your brain gets overloaded with so much sensory information that you just basically shut down. You fail to react. Those again are victims. Man, 67 people on the stream, 47 thumbs up. Thank you guys so much. I want to move over to Discord. this is a recap of the net we had yesterday. Yeah, from Jeff. We were talking about this kind of thing on the net yesterday. The balance between living your life and being aware and being ready to react to whatever is happening. Pamela says DEI was used, diversity, equality, and inclusion. So slacken protocol in place. Thankfully, the former president as well. Sadly, people suffered. Yeah. Unbelievable. It just is. And now we're up to 53 thumbs up. I would like to get that up to 65, guys. Please. Let's just make YouTube listen. Make YouTube listen to us. I'm going to post this up on Rumble once it's all over, because who knows how long it'll be here. I would love for people to be able to see this. The main takeaway, if you take nothing else away, is stand by. Be ready. Stand by. Don't do anything stupid. Don't go out and take matters into your own hands. Have faith in God. God has protected Donald Trump so far and to this day under unbelievable things. Most people would have given up or have been assassinated long ago, would have been put in prison or just said, I give up. I'm done. I want to go live my life. How many people do you know that would take all the things that Donald Trump has taken and still say, I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to keep going. Don't give up. If he won't give up, I'm not giving up. I want to remind everybody out here, my brothers in prepping and ham radio, as bad as things may get right now, we can't be the ones who give the left their ammunition to actually start this war. If they start it, so be it. We finish it. But do not give them don't give them the ammunition, and don't let them let us start it. They're going to have to do it. And they probably will. They most likely will do something to start the shooting war. And hopefully their sharpshooters are as well trained as the one that they sent out yesterday. I don't know, guys. Let's see. I want to see how many people are over here in the prep community on the Southern Idaho Command Discord. I see Jeff is in there all by his lonesome. Does anybody else have anything for here? Wow, there's so many comments. I love this. I wish we'd have this kind of interaction on Saturdays. We do over here on YouTube. I wish we had this on the radio. Right after it happened yesterday, we were hearing, let's see, from Grandpa Goldshark. We were hearing lots of people say this means civil war now. I have no doubt, had Donald Trump been shot and killed, had they completed their mission yesterday, we would be in a shooting war today. There would be no stopping people. There would be people that would take to the streets. I think it was by the grace of God that we're all still sitting in our living rooms in relative safety today, because the Lord is looking out for us, and we need to thank him, and we need to pray. We need to pray for Donald Trump. We need to pray for the country. And I don't like to espouse my religion. I do espouse my politics here. I make no bones about it. I make no bones about, and I make no apologies for my politics. But this is the time to thank God for what we have, to pray for the future. I don't want to see a civil war. I don't want to see a civil war. I don't think any of us do. Most of us have never been to war, have never really seen a war. And war has always been something that we go off to. It's always in some other place. And then when we come home, it's peace. We have peace. I just created a major echo, and I don't know what I did. I got a YouTube strike. Bethesda Wetworks? Really? Yeah. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to post this over on Rumble. Whatever happens, happens. I don't expect much out of YouTube, but this is unfortunately where we kind of gather. Watch The Beekeeper. I've heard of that, and I think that might be an interesting movie. Jim Anderson, it was. All right, guys. I'm going to jump over into the Discord server now, and I don't know if this is going to stay online or what. But anyway, I want to say thank you for joining me. I want to say, keep your head on a swivel. This next week, these next 2 weeks, I think are going to be pivotal. It wouldn't surprise me if something big happens. I pray to God it doesn't. One of the first things that came into my mind was, well, now what's if they really wanted to stop Donald Trump, well, you pop off a dirty nuke at the Republican convention, and you take out a whole bunch of Republicans, and then you blame it on, I don't know, you blame it on the Chinese or the Korean, North Korea or Russia, and you then get to start your World War III. You get to have your martial law. The possibilities are just, it's mind-boggling, and it's sad. It's sad that we believe our government so little, that everybody's got these theories. And everybody that I talked to yesterday had these theories that, yep, our government's behind it. It's the deep state. You kept hearing that. It's the deep state. It's the deep state. And unfortunately, having the FBI investigate this, I'm afraid it's going to be a very, very quick, rudimentary investigation, and they will come up with the brilliant assessment that this guy was a lone wolf, former Trumper who decided he was crazy. That's what I will bet you that'll be their outcome, and it won't go any further than that. And anybody who uncovers anything outside of that is going to be called a conspiracy theorist. Well, count me in, because man, the conspiracy theorists have been right so many times in the last 5 years, and the deep state has been right 0 of those times. Anyway, guys, I'm going over there now. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. I've said what I needed to say, and God bless. Keep your heads on a swivel. Stay armed. Be a dangerous person. Later.